Hey Cancer, welcome to your love and romance reading for March 2022. This is going to be for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're sick and tired of love readings, you came to the right channel. You just clicked on the wrong video, okay? Every week I do forecasts where we talk about everything other than love and romance. I also do a card of the day. But once a month we focus on love, and that's what this is here. So this is love and romance for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2022. Or whenever you happen to stumble upon this video. All right, one more shuffle here. Let's get right on into it, my darlings. So the first card that we have coming up here for our Cancer friends is the King of Pentacles. Now, this could indicate that some of you could be dealing with an earth sign person. So earth sign people would be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Okay. This could also indicate that some of you might be meeting a significant partner through your work or through something that you're doing in terms of business or self-employment. King of Pentacles also is a card having to do with stability and security, okay? And for me, the King of Pentacles has a really special message, and every tarot reader is going to have certain cards that mean a little something extra, that have like an extra meaning that it's not going to have for other readers. And King of Pentacles is one of those cards for me. I see King of Pentacles come up a lot of the times when there's an offer coming your way and it feels really overwhelming because it feels wonderful. You're like, wow, this sounds amazing. This sounds great, but I don't know if I'm ready for it, or I don't know if I'm good enough for it. That imposter syndrome sets in and we're tempted to push it away because the negative ego tells us that we're only being offered this opportunity because this other person doesn't realize, who we really are. They think that we're better than we are and we're not that good, and they're gonna, not like us, and we're gonna get fired or kicked to the curb once they figure it out. And so we're tempted to push something away. Typically it comes up for me in terms of work situations or work opportunities, but right now we're focusing on love and romance. Okay. So for some of you, maybe a work opportunity is coming in and you're tempted to push it away because of the negative ego. But Spirit is saying, hey, there's an added bonus here. This is actually the thing that's leading you to meeting a significant person or a special soulmate. But for other ones of you, this is a relationship coming in with someone with whom maybe you feel like there's no way. Like, there's no way this person wants me. Or I always dreamed of manifesting stability and security and settling down with someone. And now that the opportunity is here, I don't know if I'm ready for it, right? I didn't think it was going to come so soon, or I didn't think it was going to come now. And so you're tempted to push it away because you're telling yourself you're not ready. But for me, the King of Pentacles comes up to say, look, if you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now. Some of you are dealing with someone who you might feel like, how can I say this? This person's a really good catch. Like, I think there's a lot of people that would wait in line for a long time for a chance with this person. So I'm not saying this to put them down. I'm not saying that they're not as good as they seem, but I feel some of you are putting this person up way too high, and you're putting yourself down way too low, right? Yes, they're a good catch. Yes, there's many people who would feel so lucky to be with this person, but you're a catch too. And this person sees that about you. And if you weren't ready for this opportunity or this chance, it wouldn't be here now. But I feel a lot of you are taken aback because this person is coming in and offering stability and security. And like something real, something long-term. And you're like, what? Huh? Some of you feel intimidated by this person's wealth or education or background. And Spirit is saying, don't be intimidated. Okay? If you are coupled, I feel like you're dealing with a partner who's really wanting to step up and to do more for you in terms of physical service. Okay, so this could be contributing financially, back rubs, massages, physical affection, taking care of your physical needs, practical ways of being useful, practical ways of being helpful. I feel like you have a partner that's like wanting to serve you, if that makes any kind of sense. I don't know why I'm being shown this. It can be quite literal for some of you. It could be symbolic for other ones of you in a different way. But like I'm seeing someone laying down and the other person is feeding them grapes. So I feel like this person just wants to see you relaxed and comfortable and nourished and having your needs met. And maybe they feel like they're not the best at words and they're not the best at coming up with solutions, but they're wanting to do anything that they can do to let you know that like they're there. They're in this with you. They're wanting to help you. They care about you. They want to support you. They want you to be happy. They want you to be comfortable. For some of you, this person might even be nursing you back to health in some kind of way. And maybe it's more out of like stress. Maybe just like your nerves have been shot and you've just been really overwhelmed. And I feel like some of you have someone who's like physically trying to cater to you and tend to you and service you and see to it that you're well. I feel like somebody's very concerned about your health and trying to make sure that you're nice and healthy and happy. The next card that's coming up here for Cancer is the Justice card. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Libra, okay? And we could have had several cards to come up to indicate Libra, to give us that feeling or that vibe of an air sign energy. But the fact that we have a major arcana card coming up tells us that some of you are dealing with a Libra who is a significant soulmate. Someone with whom you have had many past lives with, and someone with whom you have an agreement that you're going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. And the Justice card is about balancing the head and the heart. Listening to your heart, but bringing logic into it. Doing it in a logical way, right? There can even be sometimes an element with the Justice card of what is the difference between the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. So in short, in a nutshell, if I could summarize this in a quick condensed way, it would be like forgiveness. Like, when do you make an exception? Or when do you not hold something over somebody's head? Or when do you let something slide? When is compassion more important than whatever the wrong may have been? And this could be something that the two of you are working out between each other. Some of you feel very uncomfortable about a new relationship because of your past. Maybe you feel like you didn't make decisions that you're proud of. Maybe there's some, things in your past that are, other people might say it's sketchy or it's weird or it's unflattering, right? But I feel here with the element of the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law, this is someone who sees you as an inspiration. This is someone who's looking at you and they're not judging you for those, symbolic skeletons in your closet. They're not judging you for any of that. They're seeing you as like, wow, you have overcome so much. You have come a really long way, right? They're looking at you like, I don't know what I would have done if I was in your shoes. I don't know how I would have handled it. I've never been in that situation. And so I feel like this is someone that's looking at you with compassion. They're not going to judge you about your past. They're not going to judge you about the things that you did or who you hang out with or who you slept with or who your family is or who your friends used to be or what kind of work you used to do. To them, that's in the past. And it's all a part of the journey that made you the person that you are today. And that's what they're focused on. They're focused on who you are today, and they're very inspired by your story, and they appreciate you and they respect you for it. They don't look down on you for it. And so I'm getting that element of the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law. Maybe some of you have had legal troubles in the past, right? And this is something that this person is like, I'm not holding that against you, right? Again, I don't know what I would have done if I was in your shoes. I don't know how I would have dealt with it if I was in your situation, right? So they're not judging you. Justice card can also be agreements, contracts. This could be legal marriage, like taking something to the next level in terms of like, getting legally married. It could be a prenuptial agreement sometimes in a love reading or love situation. King of Pentacles could be letting us know that some of you might be coming into finances and you're the one who maybe wants to think about protecting those assets or your finances. Or if you have a business that you've been working on and now this person's coming in and you're going to be getting married, it might be a good idea to make sure that business is protected, right? That you maybe are getting some advice legally on how can I protect this business so that, God forbid, if we don't work out, there's not going to be some kind of argument in the future where they're like, well, our money was commingled, and so because our money was commingled and you were taking money and putting it into the business, well, then that's my business too now because my commingled money went into funding that while we were married. And you're like, what? I had this business since way before I even met you. What are you talking about? Right? So for some of you, and I'm not saying this like to say that your relationship is doomed, but maybe some of you, this is a peace of mind that you need. A peace of mind that you need, that my business is going to be safe, my business is going to be secure. Maybe for some of you, this is kind of like a block. You're like, well, I don't want to get married because maybe somebody's going to use me for my money or somebody's going to try to take my business away from me. But if you have these things in writing, or if you have these safety precautions lined up, then you don't have to have the fear, and the fear won't block you. Okay? Your next card that's coming up here is the Empress. And this has both Libra and Taurus energies. So this is really interesting. We have Libra and Taurus here. Libra, Libra and Taurus. Libra and Taurus, Libra and Taurus. How interesting is this? If you have Libra or Taurus placements, I feel there's going to be really big changes or shifts happening for you in those areas of your life that are very auspicious for your love life, or that are bringing really good luck or really good changes to love life, or you may be meeting a significant soulmate through that area of your life, right? As you're doing whatever is involved in those houses or those placements. There could be big changes happening. Empress is also a card having to do with motherhood. Okay? So maybe for some of you, you are manifesting children. You're manifesting stepping into the role of becoming a mother. Or you're manifesting the person who is going to be the mother of your child. Okay, there's like a maternal energy with the Empress. This can also sometimes be that a deceased mother figure who has passed on, or your ancestors from your mother's side of the family, they may be playing matchmaker. They may be coming in and trying to help you and align you with a specific partner or a specific person, or they may be bringing you guidance through your dreams or messages as a part of guiding you in your love path or love life to healthier relationships, and breaking out of cycles of dysfunction or breaking out of generational traumas or anything like that. Sometimes this could be guidance and help coming in from the spirit world, from a mother figure, or your ancestors from your mother's side of the family. Empress is also like a high level of respect. So I feel that's another thing that some of you are manifesting in your love life. Maybe you haven't had that before, and the only way you knew how to get respect or for somebody to take you seriously was to just kind of completely and totally go off. And you're like, I don't like being that person. I don't like to be unhinged. I don't like to be throwing a fit. And I hate to be in a relationship with someone that like pushes me to that limit. So that's like a cycle that some of you have broken. You're like, I'm not going to be in that kind of relationship, right? I'm not going to be with someone who's going to push me to the point where I get all crazy and they wait until that moment to take me seriously, right? Like somebody needs to hear my boundaries the first time I say it, not make me say it 100 times. And after the 100th time, I go off. I'm not going to do that anymore. And so when the Empress comes up, there's genuine respect. These are people who are very cautious so as not to upset you or hurt your feelings or offend you, not because they're terrified of you, not because they're scared that you're going to scream at them or you're going to get all unhinged, but because it would absolutely positively devastate them to fall out of your good graces. They have so much respect for you. They would never want to break your heart. They would never want to disappoint you. You know, kind of like, you know, when you're a kid and you do something you know you shouldn't have done, and your parent just kind of looks at you, and some of you have had this experience, some of you hadn't. Or maybe it's a teacher that you really respected or a mentor that you really respected, and they just look at you and they're like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And you're just like, oh gosh, no, please be mad at me, right? That's so much worse. And so that's kind of the element here with this Empress card. They never want to disappoint you. It would devastate them to disappoint you. So you may feel that you're manifesting a higher level of respect in your relationships because this is someone who genuinely respects you and doesn't want to lose your respect. Okay, there's that element with the Empress card as well. The next card that's coming up here for you guys is the Five of Swords. And what did I say? This is that burning of bridges. This is that getting unhinged, a situation escalating and becoming a scorched earth situation. And a lot of you are like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be in that kind of situation. Some of you are completely and totally breaking away or burning bridges with the past as you're focusing on a relationship, a healthier relationship. You're disconnecting from any unhealthy influences. You're disconnecting from any people who are instigators or troublemakers or who are trying to like put poison in your ear or make you insecure or make you fearful. Some of you are cutting out any outside influence that is going to be negative here in this situation. And some of you are manifesting a really great catch, a really high level partner, and so you're being really cautious as far as who you're bringing around to the relationship. There might be old friends from back in the day. There might be certain family members that you're like, you know what, this person is way too negative, way too toxic. I don't want this person around my new relationship. And that can lead to some burning of bridges, you know. News travels fast. They might hear you're in a relationship. They might put two and two together. And they might be like, oh, well, you think you're too good for me. Or, oh, look at you, you're this sellout. And you're forgetting where you came from kind of situation. And it might lead to a burning of bridges. Maybe you thought you were just going to phase out. Or you were going to just kind of avoid the situation. But this might be someone who's pushing you to light that bridge on fire. There could be something along those lines for some of you. Five of Swords can also be that some of you have someone in your life that maybe is jealous of your relationship, or they feel insecure or threatened, like you're going to forget about them. You're not going to be there for them anymore because of this relationship. I keep hearing marriage, right? So if you're married, there could be someone that's trying to instigate a divorce here, that's trying to stir things up and cause divorce. Or they're trying to stop a marriage from occurring because they feel like they're not going to have you around if you're happy in this relationship. And they may say things and do things to trigger insecurities in you. I would encourage you to avoid this person at all costs. But if and when you do find yourself being triggered by this person, Take a moment to take a step aside and use this as a gift. Use this as an opportunity for clearing. So start to write down what happened, what they said, how it made you feel. Try to think back as early back as you can. What's the earliest time in your life you felt that way before? Who was it that made you feel that way? Why do you think they did it? This person in modern times, why do you think they're making you feel this way? And the person in the earliest memory, why do you think they did that to make you feel that way? Write out of forgiveness and release to them. Write out of forgiveness and release to yourself. Anything you're blaming yourself about or anything you're embarrassed about, release yourself from that. Forgive yourself for that. Anything you're judging yourself about, release and forgive that. And then write down how you're choosing to feel about the situation from now on moving forward. How you're choosing to feel about yourself from now on moving forward. If you can do this, you're going to deactivate the trigger. They can push that button. They can search for it all they want. They're not going to have that power over you anymore. So this can be used as a gift to heal or to deactivate certain triggers. The next card coming up here for you is the Wheel, and this is moving on. The Wheel is also a card that comes up to say that we don't really have to worry about karmic debt. We don't really have to worry about why am I in this situation? What am I supposed to learn? The Wheel says it's done and you're free to move on. Right? It's time for a new cycle. It's time for a new phase. So some of you are leaving people behind and focusing on a relationship. That doesn't make you codependent. That doesn't make you a sellout. It just means that you're shifting your priorities towards building your own home, building your own life with your partner, right? Without the outside influences. The Wheel can also be getting unstuck, right? Maybe you were stuck in your love life, you're getting unstuck. This is movement into a new phase, a new cycle, a new chapter. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign if this is none of those. Sometimes that might resonate more for you than your sun sign. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, you can click on the link in the description of this video, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget to check out the weekly forecasts and the daily card of the day, where we talk about everything other than love. And hopefully I'll see you all in the weeklies, in the dailies. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful March. And hopefully we'll see you in the readings before the April love reading. Take care and be well.